Alright. I knew I could have gone earlier, but y'all are degenerates. Let's just get this over with now. I really wish I could have grinded a little bit more. So yeah. Really am out of saves though, aren't I? Yes, we do have the clear data. I mean, we'll just fuck it around. Yes, the biggest thing we gotta do right now is spend all our money. All of it. This one? Oh, shut up.
Thanks for stopping in. What can I get you today?
Yes, it is. This one has, like, the best
Drop by.
things. So. How does Elaine and Senatio have? Yeah, Jerome have one. Humorous, Rhaenys, and Bryce. Alright. I'm gonna do this the main way I know how. Which shows for overview. Oh, yeah, this one's with Adel too. Okay, so we're gonna do Adel. What else do we need? He has Osh, Bruno, and Oben. And Rolf. Hot damn. A lot of early people. Okay. Sure.
That's good. Go on. Eat.
Loves that. Thanks.
Yeah. But I don't know what's the most efficient way to build all these. There's probably some overlap in what we're doing. We are running. We are gonna run. Go broke though.
Oh, I couldn't eat another morsel.
Hey, Stardust. Yeah, so now I just have to grind for like 4 hours here. This may just end up being a grinding stream. Alright, I need Bruno and Rolf.
Shall we?
Damn, that's good.
That was wonderful.
Okay, there we go. I mean, cake.
Shall we? Delightful.
You gotta try this.
As though it were made by the royal chef.
Okay. That didn't max them out somehow. Where's Bruno? I'm blind. Oh, because he can't see with himself. I don't know what the bar means. Elaine, do you have Oben Max? You don't. Chris, what are you talking about? What do you mean past laws?
I have a feeling you'll...
What game is
Very
this?
delightful.
Is this
You gotta
still
try this.
Dragoon?
That was wonderful.
Do you have anything with Rolf? I feel like you don't. Yeah, you don't. No, he is maxed. Okay. We need Osh. Yeah, fuck it. What do you mean they still don't have rapport? Damn it, Osh. I just realized I could speed this up. Elaine. You need Oben. and Morden. Do Oben and Morden need each other? Nope. Feed dessert to the
I
army.
have a feeling.
Amount of bridges to build, I'm kind of surprised. Brother, you're like right there. Ugh. That's a waste of 1,500. Okay, and then Oben is probably not. So instead, I'm gonna have Oben and his desert people. Need to get. No, they definitely are. Are they not maxed? They're not maxed. Holy fuck. You don't have shit with him. You don't. You don't. You do.
I have
That fish. They have that maxed out. Huh? It's a good movie. I'll spoil right now. They don't shoot the girl and I'm sad. They all got hyped up for nothing. I want to see that girl shot. So please, Adel, Selvi. Please, Adel, Selvi. Okay. Where's Adel? But it's still a good movie. I mean, was it the greatest thing ever? Nah. Was it good? Yes. Is it better than Mufasa? Yes, I don't need to watch it to confirm that. Came out 10 years ago, they probably would have shot her, yes, and it would have been peak. You were missing shit with the link.
I have
Alright, that's a lot. Alright, Andrin has... I think he's done. You know what I ought to do? I ought to dismiss all of my guards. Let's be honest, we don't need them. We get rid of all the fodder. It did make you want to replay SA2. Maybe you want to play Shadow. Olaf. Can you, like, mass select? I wish you could. That one honor gets returned. But it's like, we've built back everything, so we literally don't need these cards for shit. And Karen. Farewell, I mean, they weren't useless. They had purposes. Was the purpose mostly just to farm resources? Yes, but you gotta get the grunt soldiers in there. Make it easier for me to, like, look at how many there are. This is the mass send-off. The Liberation Army. And its fodder. I don't know how many honors I'm gonna have by the end of this. Like, it's legit dozens of people you need in order to fill out everything. It is kind of a shame you only get back 50%. Oh, I like her design. We are keeping Patrice. I will never let him go. Alright, we're near the end. I'm keeping Patrice. That man never leaves. He's one of the boys. Sebastian, though, that guy can go. Jules? Fuck Jules. Andre 3000? Alright, that's kind of a legendary rapper. But he will never come back to the scene again, so fuck Andre. The seal? And boom. That gave me a... We also got rid of Baby Girl. We did get rid of Baby Girl, and that's fine. She's off to be with her boyfriend.
Thanks for stopping in. What
Alright.
can I get you today?
That should make this a lot easier. Who does Nigel have wars with? Doesn't have any with Scarlet. Does he have any? Bro, if Nigel doesn't have a single rapport, I'm gonna be upset. Oh, do Herman, they just don't have rapports? Oh, that's so sad. Alright, Sonato has... I've gotten all of his bitch-ass ones. He has one with Melisandre, what the fuck? And Oakley's, which that makes sense. Okay, let's just get those out of the way. Oh, look at how much faster this is now. Beautiful.
I have a feel.
That's so sad.
Bye.
Oh, wait, no, we can just...
Thanks
Alright, so obviously no Patrice. Alright, you need O'Keys. You have a lot of Adel to catch up on, and Oben. Okay. Oben. Where's Adel? Where's Adel?
I have
Yum, 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 yum. Alright, so Oben's good. He now needs to work on Selby, that's right. So Adel, Selby, Oakleaf.
I have a feel.
Alright, time to see if I'm gonna go broke before I get all these, or we're able to make back the bucks. No, not Scarlet.
I have a
Alright, so who got maxed out there? Oh, please. We have Adel, Selby, and Leia.
I have
Let's just do Adel, Selby. Did you max out Adel? We are running low on funds. I will say that. So he needs Leia? Nah, she's like 1 with Aramis. Okay. Just do... Sure.
I have
Right, he got Aramis.
I have
Alright, we're almost down to our last 100k. I can't imagine he has many left. Like Prim, Aramis. I don't know how Prim and Aramis are with each other, though. I think I may have maxed that? I did not. This one's actually productive. That's our second one only.
I have
Okay. So I think he just needs a little bit more work with someone. He's go with Magellan, go with Renault, sadly. Liza. Jeremy Gilbert. Okay, Liza Gilbert. Camel. So I only have a few left. Hold on. With Elaine, at least. Okay, he needs Liza. Who does Liza need? Liza needs Oben. She doesn't have many. I'm gonna say I can't imagine. Okay, so she literally just needs Oben. I think I should just beef this up then. Okay, use the sandwich.
I have a feel.
Okay, give a little bit for them. And then Liza Oben.
I,
We're down under 100k. Nice. Then Elaine, Liza.
I
Should wrap this up. Yes, okay. Does that mean Elaine's done? He might be. Yeah, he needs Sonatio, Humorous, Rhaenys. Okay, he's got a few, actually. He needs to do Angels and Furries.
We are blessed with plenty. Please good to relax every now and then.
I don't know how that didn't give a damn thing.
Can we begin?
We are blessed with plenty. Please, have more.
I doubt I could eat another
Huh?
bite.
He needs more with Sonatio, more with Humorous. Yeah, he just needs more with all of them. Okay. Do Fidocchio at all? Yes, and we already have it.
A veritable feast.
What textures.
Simply inspiring. As though it were made by the royal chef.
Alright, there we go. They're all maxed out, which is good. Do they have anything with each other? I feel like they don't. Yeah, they just don't. Sonatio and... Who the fuck does Sonatio have anything with? Just him and Scarlet, yeah. Don't you dare go touching the queen. Still fucking shit. You greedy bastard. I'm so gonna run out of money. Okay, Amalia needs... Did I get all of hers? Yeah, I think I didn't have many by the looks of it. Alright, I know Elaine needs Lanolagos, Gamel. I'll throw Morard in there. Okay. Alright, so he's missing Jerome. Yeah, furries we'll get together. Yeah, the only elf I'm missing at this point. No, Lanolagos is fine. Even Gilbert and Gamel. Okay. I thought I had 3 already, but still. There's Gamel. Hey, Jared. Yeah, he needs Gilbert and Gamel.
I have a feeling.
There we go. Alright, I think this means Elaine is max. Everyone in Brackenhold and Elheim. Yeah, no, he's good on those.
Drop by.
I'm gonna make him go to the 5-man.
Thanks for stopping in. What can I get you today?
Yeah, so these succulent age steaks. Basically all the furries.
I have
Look at all those rapports. So Elaine now is just missing... He needs Dinah, Ramona, Morard, and Jerome. So it makes more sense to do the 4-man with him. With Elaine, Ramona, Dinah, Morard. But I have to imagine most of these rapport with each other. Oh, we're starting to run a little bit low. Alright, Morard's good. Throw this combo together.
You not gonna eat? Let's do this again sometime.
Okay. Dinah's good. So now we can do them. Throw Bryce in there.
Shall we?
How delicious.
Simply inspiring.
A meal fit for Vestral royalty.
Alright, Ramona is good. Alright, I have to see what else Elaine needs. He needs Jerome? I think that's it. Yeah, no, he just needs Jerome. Otherwise, he's good. So it comes down to who the hell does Jerome need? He needs Adel, Hilda, Hilda, Goville, and that's literally it. So he needs Adel, Hilda, and oddly enough, Goville. Hilda and Adel, not Virginia. Oh wait, actually let's do the 5-man for that. Yeah, Elaine, Adel, Hilda, Goville, Jerome. That takes care of all those. Alright, any 3-man combo we need to work out. Yeah, him and Goville, him and Unifi.
I have a feeling you'll like that.
Good. I didn't know food could taste this good.
Have you tried this yet?
We'll have to come back.
Alright, takes care of that. Who's Unifi missing? Good with Hilda. Good with Eltalinda. Needs Ramona, Morard, Dinah, Goville. Okay, sure. Ramona, Morard, Dinah. And oddly enough, Goville will say fuck Bertrand. No, not Bertrand.
Good. I didn't know food could
I
taste
suggest
this
you
good.
try this.
We'll have to come back.
Ramona, Wolf.
I have a feeling you'll like this.
Time to dine then. Happy
Have
with
you
that?
tried this yet? Oh, happy with that.
Alright, set with them. What else does Unifi need? Just needs Goville, Dinah, Ramona. Goville, Dinah, Ramona. We're cutting it close.
Smells amazing.
Happy
You
with
not
that?
gonna eat? Oh,
2 bites and it's gone.
Okay,
I
should wrap it up.
can't wait. Better than I'm used to.
You gonna eat that?
Gonna eat that?
Alright. Bertrand, who the hell else do you need? You need Goville. Or is it just Goville you need? And Leia.
I have a feeling.
I can hardly wait.
You gonna eat that?
I'd be honored to come again.
They have that. Yes, Elaine should be max. Yeah, Elaine is all set. Scarlet is also all set. Yep, Scarlet's good. Lex might have a random one. Here and there he's got to fill out. Nope. Joseph's probably missing some. He might not be, actually. No, I think Joseph's good. Chloe... The main reason I got rid of all the reinforcements. Right here, let me check the rapports, actually. I think that'd be easier. Okay, Chloe. Chloe's all set. Hodrick is also all set. Clive. Also all set. Travis. All set. Oben needs Magellan. So Oben, Magellan. See if Magellan needs anyone else. Nope, it's just him and Oben. I think we're fine on in terms of money.
Thanks for stopping in.
Yeah, we're gonna need Oben, Magellan.
Damn, that looks good. I'll eat that if you're not gonna. Loved that. Thanks.
Alright, one more.
Damn, that looks good.
This is something else.
I'll eat that if you're not gonna.
Got room for more if you're up for it.
Alright, perfect.
Drop by.
Yeah, that was Oben. Rolf needs Osh. I didn't realize his with Osh continued. So Rolf and Osh. Bruno is good. Aaron's good. Yana's good. Yana has only 2 people she maxes with. Yeah. Osh, Rolf, and Fedopia. That's a random one. Alright, let's do that.
Thanks for stopping in.
So, Rolf, Osh, and Fedopia. So we're down to our last 50k.
Let us pray.
That's good. I suggest you try this. My stomach's about to burst.
Drop.
Alright, Osh is good now then. Morden and Keetra need to bond. Berenice is good. Bran and Numerous, okay. Just bang those 2 out.
Thanks for stopping in. What can I get you today?
Yeah, it was Bran and Numerous.
Can we eat yet? Go on, try some. Well, I'm satisfied.
Then Morden and Keetra are gonna gorge themselves on cake.
I have a feeling you'll like this.
What have we got here? Wow.
Better try some before it's gone.
Nothing beats a good meal.
I have a feeling you'll like this.
Would love a flagon of mead with this. Just how I like it. Better try some before it's gone.
Full of food and full of energy.
Okay. Hopefully 2 more cakes will take care of this.
What have we got here? Wow. You've got to try some full of food and full of energy.
Good job, Keetra. Jared, we're stuck here grinding until I get all of these.
Wow. You've got to try some of this.
Anyone wanna carry me home?
No, Morden.
No?
Drop by.
Morden, you had cake. Alright, so that takes care of Fran. Yep, Morden's good. Berenice is good. Fran is now good. Miriam and Home. Petra is good. Oh yeah, Nina Bryce, obviously. So it's Miriam and Home. Actually. Home have anyone else? No, it's just Miriam. Oh, and Melisandre, okay. Let's do
Thanks for stopping.
Miriam, Melisandre, Home.
I have
Shall we?
How delightful.
Ooh, try this one. A truly exceptional banquet.
They're set. Now, Melisandre, Home.
I have a feel.
What a lovely smell.
A finer meal? Have you tried this yet? Perhaps I'll ask the chef for that recipe.
Alright, good.
Drop.
It's getting tight on money. That's Miriam. Keetra's good. Nina Bryce, I'll save that one. Okay, Rainey's Bertrand Oak. Random. Well,
Thanks for stopping. I have a feeling you'll like this.
very random, but
Oh, Heavenly Father, we thank you for this meal.
Such wonderful flavor.
A light eater, are you? If only my son could have been here.
what?
Drop by again.
Actually,
Thanks for stopping in. What can I get you today?
just get Nina and Bryce taken care of. At least established.
I have a feeling you'll like.
Right. This one's gonna be expensive. With Nina.
I'm quite peckish.
Oh, chef can cook. Go on, eat. Stuffed like a roast pig.
The chef can cook.
I have a feeling you'll like this.
Didn't even think I was hungry, but oh, chef can cook.
Please eat. Ceremony has no place here.
I could get used to food like that.
Drop by.
Alright, let's keep looking. We're at Nina. She just has to work with Bryce. So Please is all set. Adel is good. Selvy's good. Alessandra is good. Actually, wait, some of these might... Okay, I only know Sandra because popular girl. Home is good. Virginia is also. Ah, she's all set. Okay. Rim needs humor. She needs a lot, actually. Well, her and Artemis eat one cake and they're good. So Artemis. Yeah, okay.
Thanks for stopping in.
Goes Prim, Sister, Aramis, and Humorous.
I have a feeling you'll.
Wow. Is this all for us?
Would you like some? A lovely repast.
Okay.
Drop by. No, we were at
Prim. Yeah, Prim needs. Alright, we could just do that again, but with Dinah.
Thanks for stopping.
Running real low on cash.
feeling you'll like this.
I can't wait.
Oh, please, have some.
Oh, a more pleasant meal than I'm used to these days.
Alright, so Aramis is good. You have the siblings eat.
I
Wow.
Perfectly seasoned.
Is
Have
this
some,
all
won't
for
you?
us?
How do you season a cake?
I'm so happy right now.
Oh yeah, because Aramis is
I have a
maxed.
feeling you'll like.
Let us eat. Perfectly seasoned.
Oh, please, have some.
Back to work then.
Alright.
Drop.
Alright, so Prim is good now. Aramis needs Gloucester. Okay. Berengaria's good. Gellen's good. Renault really had so few. Liza's now good. Gloucester needs Goville. Okay, that's what I was looking for.
Thanks for stopping.
So yes, Aramis, Gloucester, and now Goville.
I have.
Truly revitalizing.
That takes care of that. Gonna need Aramis and Gloucester. Ooh, chat, we're cutting it close.
I have a feeling.
It would be foolish to fight on an empty stomach. Go on, eat. We have
A
plenty more.
lovely repast.
Okay, yeah, they need a couple.
I have a feeling you'll like this.
A fine tavern this is.
Ah, how splendid.
Would you like some?
Why do you sound like a nerd?
Good food is the source of all strength.
I wish.
I have a feeling you'll like this.
It would be foolish to fight on an empty stomach. Ah, how splendid.
Would you like some?
Good food is the source of all strength.
They're all set.
Drop.
Alright, that leaves Gloucester. Gloucester's literal only 3 is with Aramis. Okay. Right, Monica needs Morard and Remote. Okay, really? 4.
Thanks for stopping.
I feel like I could have cut some corners there, but whatever.
I have a.
Such appetizing aromas.
How delicious. I suggest you try this.
Fuel for the body and mind.
Okay.
Drop.
Ramona. Not Ramona, Monica. Tatiana is missing Mandarin. Jeremy is good. Hilda needs Morard. Hilda needs Morard and Magellan. Okay.
Thanks for stopping.
We're gonna run out of money.
I have a.
Time to dine then.
This is something else.
I just realized this is a BLT reading.
Have some, won't you?
It's good to dine amongst friends.
Drop by again and.
So we were at... Oh, yeah, Tatiana and Mandarin, but I'm gonna save that. Jeremy's good. Hilda is good. Gilbert, I think, is good. Edos is good. Analogos has a few. Okay. Gamel is good. Okay, Mandarin and Tatiana only need each other. I might as well do
Thanks for
that.
stopping.
The hell is she? I didn't think they were that close.
I have.
In recruitment join.
Don't think I can wait much longer.
Delicious. Would you like more?
Ready for seconds.
Hey, you're not getting any more though. Okay. I done Nina and Bryce? I didn't finish it. Let me get that out of the way.
Thanks for stopping.
That's just one away, I think. Oh no, I'm gonna see if Bryce needs anyone else though. Bryce needs Fedopia Bruno. Okay. Glad I caught that.
Stopping it.
Go random combo.
I have
I fear I may devour this myself.
A symphony of flavor.
Go on, eat.
I'm always happiest after a good meal.
Alright, that was a good number.
drop.
Yeah, we're getting kind of broke here. Alright, Humorous and Etolinda. They're good, they're good. Rokia only has ones. He needs one more with Bertrand. Does Bertrand need any? Damn it. Alright, boys, we're down to our last 10k.
Thanks for stopping. I have
Actually, didn't one of them only need someone else? I could have saved money there. Let's just go back down the list. We had Linolagos needs a lot. Camel is good. Mandarin's good. Celeste is good. I didn't really think she had so few. Ridiel is good. Ithilion's good. Yeah, Etolinda, Linolagos, Salad. Oh wow, she needs a few. Okay.
Thanks for stopping.
Okay, so we need
Drop.
go somewhere cheaper. I'm going broke.
Well, hello there. What can I get started for you?
This works?
Do
I need the place with a 4-man. I think was Victoria.
Heavens, you're chilled to the bone.
This works. Yeah, we need elves. Fuck, who was the last one? I think Marissa gets involved here.
Go on, eat up.
Can we begin? Aren't you going to eat?
The world abounds with culinary delights.
Stay warm out there, dear.
Okay. And now I go back here.
Thanks for stopping.
I need Etolinda to eat with these other people. That's right, Galadmir aren't maxed.
I have a feeling you'll like this.
But we're cutting it real close.
I grow hungrier by the minute.
Such exquisite flavor. Have you tried this yet?
My strength has returned.
That's not a good sign.
I have a feeling.
How enticing. Oh, magnificent.
Have you tried this yet? Thank you, Hervelda.
Okay.
Drop by.
Need to see where Linolagos stands. He needs one more with each. Maybe two.
Thanks for.
Oh, we're down bad.
I could use the nourishment. Quite good,
Have you
actually.
tried this yet?
Refreshed and restored.
Okay, that takes care of those two.
Drop by.
Don't know if that's sufficient. He needs one more with Eltalinda. I know we're not done. Iridial's good. Eltalinda Linolagos. Raylenor's good. Alanmir's good. Morart's needs one more with Unify. Unify. Morard. Okay. Ooh, it came down to the wire. Yeah, Jerome in a lane too. I forgot about that. It was very close. Unfortunately, we are gonna need to make some sales. Hey, yeah, I was just gonna sell materials. I wasn't worried about it.
Welcome to my humble store. Look around as much as you please.
I also sell all these shitty bronze weapons. Yeah, some of these might be worth keeping.
I can no longer sell this back once you depart.
I think we probably could have made it work. That was just a little bit more efficient.
I can no longer sell this back once you depart. I can no longer sell this back once you depart. I can no longer sell this back once you depart. I can no longer sell this back once you depart. I can no longer sell this back once you depart. I can no longer sell this back once you depart.
Oh, I have an extra Cornelian. So many bronze bangles. I have so many of these. I have silvers too. I have golds as well I may as well get rid of. These berets are inferior. I'll keep the elites. Okay. Spectacles we don't need. Scarves I'll keep. Those brooch we don't need, although I'll keep it because it looks sick. Crew Tacit no one cares about. No one cares about the first. Too many of those. Gambler's Coin was shit.
I can no longer sell this back once you depart. May the
Okay, we just made all our money back from that. What, for just out of curiosity, they don't give gold? Oh, I just wanted to make it easier. They give back honors. They do give back like half their honors. So it's also just to make it easier because I was like tired of scrolling through all the guards and I was like, just get rid of them. And so who are we missing? Jerome Elaine. Morard Unify. And then... is that it? Linda. Oh, sorry, just those three.
Thanks for stopping it.
Oh.
My spirits soar with such craftsmanship. I bear the strength to fight another day.
Illanologos done.
Such exquisite flavor. Have you tried this yet? A blessed meal.
Right, they're done. This leaves Unify Morard.
Time we should order more of this.
Have you tried this yet? Gone before we knew it.
Okay. They're done. It's literally just Jerome Elaine. wish Herman and Nigel had reports, and we're done. We are all set.
Drop by again anytime.
I have no reason to ever do that. Also, because it is funny, pop the miracle fruit.
I must never yield. Another step forth.
Take him level 50.
I must never yield.
Because I can.
Another step forth.
Paragon of Strength. Oh, there is an achievement tied to that. The wifey can level up too.
I can't fail my sacred mission.
In service of the crown.
We'll make the Friendship Squad 45 plus. There's Virginia. I'll power her up. Why do I feel like Virginia fell off? Do I have any? Oh, I have treatises. Where's my elves, actually?
Let's see just how strong I can get.
I don't know if she fell off that hard. Wow, does it give that little?
As expected of Cornian royalty.
Yeah, holy shit, they need so much. My elf. Ah, shit. I never use these Dream Blossoms. Got an extra amethyst pendant. So we get an extra carnelian. Eh, why not? And he'll give him the sapphire. You want to not have a lap? I guess you don't. How many spare lapises do you have? Not as many as I thought. Alright, rapport time. Elaine and Oclesis. I demand to be part of your unit in the next battle, Elaine. I would be honored to have you. I wonder, is there a particular reason you're asking? Because you're better than anyone else at staying out of my way. And because we fight well together. But any wrong move could be the last you make. There could be no better blessing than a trusted ally. You mean to imply you trust me then? I'm glad to hear it. That was purely a hypothetical, I'll have you know. I'm saying that your skill is adequate. Here's a compliment in and of itself coming from you. Thank you, Oclesis. You've got some nerve. Take it however you want. And I confess, I trust deeply in you as well. Give us bear strong proficiency with the shield, allowing us to press the attack while keeping our defenses raised. Given the swiftness of your blade and the precision of its thrusts, I know I've never need to worry with you when I have you at my side. Ah. Please. If that's truly how you feel, then you better just keep me there. At your side, I mean. And not away from Sharon. And you had best not think of doing otherwise, understand? Baka. And really she cared so much. Oh, is there an achievement for having every guard stationed? How many of these do we have? I only have 2. Lamau. I haven't actually looked at the achievements. No. We are 90% there. I wonder if there's any hidden ones. There's a hidden one. We defeated Amalia. Obtained 400 archive. Okay. I don't know what these are. What does it mean by archive entry? There's another hidden trophy. There's 2 hiddens. Something about archives. And then get everything. Okay. Wait. How do I... Okay, I'm confused. Do I not have all the archives? I'm confused. How do I get the archives? Am I missing something? Oh. I just have to tap them in. Okay, that's not hard. There's a lot of this shit, but I am not reading all of it. God damn. Probably just way easier to do this. That's 400, which I think was all we needed. You pulled the most common mistake, not reading. Garrett, this stream would have been an extra, like, 10 hours if I read all these. For this, like, stream series. Who are you? Ah, I'm missing someone from Zenoira. Interesting. It must be from that final map. Right, yeah, the only ones I'm missing are... Yeah, I'm just missing 2 hidden trophies. And that's it. Jared, look up what the hidden ones are that I'm missing. Obviously, one of them is going to be tied to completing the final map. I'm wondering what the other one is. Is it tied? I don't think it's Rapport tied, or maybe it is tied to doing all Rapports. I'm not sure. Thank you. Alright, Alright, let's just go through the list live. And Elaine. Ha! Yeah. Sorry. Slow now. Thanks for letting me ride with you, sir. When I grow up. Aren't you on PS? Why don't you... Wait, what? I'll grow up just be like you. Fine thing to aspire to indeed, now that I must be off. Oh, wait until my friends hear about this. Hello there, your highness. That was kind of you to do, Clive. Though you and Adel are both of noble lineage, you never let such matters hinder your relationship with the common man. As is our duty as the Knights of the Ashen Blue, status and station are nigh meaningless here in our province. To join our order, all one needs is the talent to hold a blade and the ambition to see their journey through. One such as that boy from earlier. Of course, as long as he truly wishes to become a knight. Think of Berenice and her lack of horse. Being born to commoner parents, she couldn't afford a steed of her own. And while she claims it's due to her dislike of the beast, she simply never had the opportunity to learn. And while she stood with our order, he was every ounce our equal. Point well made. In truth, I always believed the knight had to come from noble birth. Borneo is a nation of great history, your highness. Great noble families who have endured for centuries, all while those beneath them are resigned to subsist off their land. Most knights, on the other hand, belong to the lower nobility, not fully subservient to those more illustrious houses. And while you might expect such a vassalage to be a positive thing, often rife with abuse and exploitation, yet the province of the Ashen Blue exists to upend such a system, as has been our purpose ever since King Gerard granted our order the land we stand upon. My grandfather, the sacred blade of Cornea, I only knew him from portraits I've seen on the castle walls myself. And what a fine image they must have painted. He was truly a master of the sword, as his name suggests. But from what I understand, he often questioned the morality of royal rule. Why did he deserve to lead the nation? Simply because of the lineage he was born? It was that doubt which led him frequently to roam the land, enlisting to his service any able subject he came across, no matter their birth. It is a spirit which the Ashen Blue carries forth to this day in our rejection of mutiny like title or status. We are all knights under the same banner, equals in every way imaginable. Those you might expect, such bold proclamations never garnered the support of upper nobility. They've ever despised our order for tarnishing the legacy of their storied houses. But we swore allegiance to only one sovereign, great King Gerard, who bestowed this province upon us, and thus our territory has served as a deterrent to the nobility's influence, and the cornerstone of a lasting peace in the region. Some story indeed, Clive. I understand now why you declined to join my royal guard, out of pride for your homeland, and the will to see its ideals carried through to the next generation of knights. I only hope I didn't bore you with the tale, your highness. You did no such thing. It's clear to me now that I know almost nothing about my own kingdom. Please, you mustn't speak so ill of yourself. In the future, Clive, I wish to hear more of this province, and of your life within its borders, should you be willing to share. I would be most honored. I don't know why they were walking the whole time. Yeah, apparently I can just see trophies now? Oh. What is it? Complete dying breath of an empire. I don't know what this means. Had a biscuit stolen by a goat? What? Oh. Oh. How do I get the biscuit stolen? How long have you not known you could do this? A laden humorous. Ah, it's humorous. Perhaps I should. Or perhaps not. Hello, my prince. Forgive me for asking this, but why have you been avoiding me? I'm not sure what you mean. The past few days, you seemed to flee at the mere sight of me, but what if I had hoped to speak with you? And, did you? Must have been a rather important message if you wanted to deliver it yourself. Something like my expulsion from the Liberation. How could you even think such a thing? Scarlet and I chose to accept you into this army of our own volition. We know why you felt your actions necessary, and I would have likely done the same had I been in your position. That and Scarlet has missed you greatly in the years since she left Albion. She has? Nothing I do can unmake the wrongs of my past. I'm well aware of that fact. Fuck, I'm tired. But I also don't want to cause any more trouble for you or Scarlet than I already have. I'm sorry, Elaine. I'll try to be a little less distant from now on. Please, it's not a matter worth apologizing over. Maybe not, but I will atone for my lapse in judgment, even if laying down my life is the only way to do so. Do remember to be kind to yourself as well, Eumerus. I'll try. Me. I don't know if they have another one. You said near the mines. Oh, refuse to give it a biscuit. The goat stole the biscuit. Beware their rage. That's funny. What the fuck? That's so random. Alright, there's one down here. Sonatio and Melisandre. Interesting. It is here I shall make my leave, O Savior. But of course, you have my thanks, Sonatio. I can't bear to watch another second of this. Oh, might I help you with something, Lady Melisandre? You can, actually. I've noticed you've been spending a lot of time with Elaine lately. But if you're going to follow him around, at least have the decency to look not so miserable while you do it. You think my countenance is miserable, my lady? Not your face that's the problem, it's your attitude. You can only handle this talk of absolution and duty for so long. Keep it up and you'll soon find yourself all alone without a single friend in the world. Such is my fate, and so be it. None shall ever sway me for my sake, blah 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 blah, you're gonna have to walk it alone. Ugh, you're just as unsociable as I thought. Well, maybe that would change if you fell in love. Pardon? Fine then, I'll instruct you in the time-tested courtship rituals of House Millet, if I must. I never asked for your tutelage, nor is a sinner as such as I deserving of the charity. Not about deserving it, the heart wants what the heart wants. I'm sure no one would fault you for finding a soulmate to share your burdens with. Tell me, what is the reason for this sudden concern? Isn't it obvious? If you turned your gaze to someone else, I'd have Elaine all to myself again. I suspected as much. You're nothing if not stubborn, my lady. Say what you will. Now as for the courtship ritual. Yes, about that. I feel I'll have to decline the offer. Hey, get back here. I'll do no such thing. Before I go, I have to wonder. Have any of these techniques proven effective with our savior? Well, Elaine is rather impervious to my advances, but... At least let me finish my sentence before you go running off. Look, I've had a PS5 for less than a year at this point. I've only played 4 games on it. Leave me be. Scarlet, Sonatio. You really don't need to be working this hard, Sonatio. You like every spare moment, you're either standing watch or making preparations for the next battle. You barely even find time to sleep. I guess I'm just worried you're not taking care of yourself. Blah blah blah, sinner, not to do so, blah blah blah. You say that, the only thing that's going to kill you is the strain you keep putting on yourself. Don't forget that rest is a natural part of life too. Why do you treat me with such kindness? The horrors I inflicted upon our land deserve nothing but scorn and contempt. That's quite enough of your self-loathing, Sonatio. You remember playing here together when we were young? We decided to race from one end of the bridge to the other, to see which of us was faster. That was before either of us knew about my sacred duty, of course. At first I had found myself in an early lead, though you soon grew tired and started flying instead. It was a blatant violation of the rules, mind you, but you thankfully agreed to come back to the ground, and before long, you were trailing behind me again, gasping for air. I couldn't help but laugh at the sight, which in turn made you start laughing too. In the end, we forgot the race entirely and walked together the rest of the way. I miss him, you know. That innocent boy who always wore a smile no matter what. But things are different now. Day and night you torment yourself, talk of atonement and little else. I didn't realize you still remembered that. Time when we were really friends rather than servants of the orthodoxy bound by obligation. I could never forget it. That's what you've always been to me. Not a priest or a sinner, but a friend. My lady, I... Very well. I shall take better care of myself from here forth. By the Father's grace, I'll not cause you any greater grief than I already have. Thank you, Sonatio. There's one more over here. Rolf and Osha's here. Okay, this is random. All I have to do now is promote this pawn, and victory will be mine. You've carved through my defenses as though they were mere paper. As you should have expected from an old Denoiran general. They never lose a game of chess to a mere archer like you. Where to move next? I have to say, though, the Liberation's march has led us some distance from our homes. Never in my most fanciful dreams did I imagine we'd be standing now in the realm of angels. Rolf starts eating the pieces to make Osha lose. Speaking of which, I'd always thought them to be exclusively young women. There are men among them as well. Children too, and even the elderly. But nothing confounds me quite like the large muscular angels with their massive shields. In truth, I'm not even certain how their wings can support them. Perhaps it's a manner of levitation magic, endemic to the sacred shores of Albion. What do you think, Rolf? I trust your assessment whatever it may be, though I'm not sure I'm the right person to ask about such things. Same goes for most matters, to be completely frank. My mind is constantly flooded with these grand ideas. I barely even say a word and respond. You ever grow bored of such conversations? Of course I don't. If anything, it makes my life all the easier. How so? I never find fault in my words, for one, so I'm free to say whatever thought crosses my mind. That, and you actually listen to what I have to say. I am pretty good at that, yes. Imagine few others could stomach your endless ramblings. You what? By the way, you're about to get checkmated. Don't be ridiculous, No! How is this possible? Now, what was that you said about losing to a mere archer? Was this what I deserve for taunting you? Oh, wow. Alright, I don't see any nearby. Alright, Elaine and Clive, let's wrap this up. Somehow get Recknerd. True. On Zenoira's invasion of the province, our defeat was sadly all but certain. Before long, the nobles of our land bent the knee to Galerius one after the next, to ensure their houses would live on. And yet the Ashen Blue refused to yield. My father, my family, and my retainers all stood firm against the Zenoiran onset, and all of them perished in the process. I have faith their sacrifice was not in vain. It simply can't have been. Every time I think back on the events of those days, I wonder what my father's resistance truly brought. Only he surrendered like all the rest, accepted his place amongst Zenoiva's ranks. Perhaps my sister and mother might yet live. A painful thought indeed. Someone even mocked his memory, making him little more than a fool who was mistakenly thought he was a hero. What other option did he have? Merely lie down and beg for his life the moment he saw that his victory was beyond him? For a knight, such actions are the mark of a coward, not a leader. As you say, Clive, the sacrifice was not in vain. It was the very impetus which has seen you since take up his battle. A battle that rages on even now. And were we not here to fight it, Cornea would surely be lost to Galerius for the rest of time. You must never forget that, no matter what. Thank you for saying so, Your Highness. Under Zenoira's rule, the wicked intent of our noble houses has been made plain for all to see. Even should we defeat Galerius, which we have, I imagine it will be difficult to return to the days of innocence which came before. All this time I've thought only of restoring Cornea, my family's rule, yet I've no knowledge of what the kingdom I fight for even used to look like. Not its history, not its pain. As a child, everything I could have wanted, housed within our castle walls. Never considered what suffering lay beyond, nor did I need to for that matter. My very existence was that of ignorance, blind to the fundamental truths of the world in which I lived. That began to change, of course, during my years on Palavia, and in that time, Cornea was reduced to an ideal in my mind, the name of a place I once knew, and nothing more. I fully intend to avenge my mother, to lay waste to Zenoira for what they've done to this continent, but after all this time, I fear I've no attachment to the home I've lost. Have I truly the right to be a king of such a home, for a reason seemingly insignificant as the family I was born into? It's thoughts such as these that instill in me the same doubts that likely once plagued my grandfather. If I might interject, Your Highness, that profound uncertainty is precisely why you deserve to rule. To summon the winds of change across Cornea's field, just as King Gerard did before you. I understand your worries, truly I do. I assure you they are wholly unnecessary. And I, for one, am eager to see what manner of kingdom you create in the decades to come. Have my thanks, Clive. To hear those words grants me strength beyond my greatest belief, and I shall do whatever I must to honor their conviction. Yeah, that would have been a good one to have earlier in the game. Yeah, Clive is probably low-key one of the best characters in the game. Go to the other side of that port now. As we'll get Elaine and Jerome. How are you feeling, Jerome? Better now, thanks to you. The wound has healed, and I shall certainly stand ready to partake in our next battle. It's a relief to hear. And if you'll forgive the question, what are those letters you're carrying? Correspondence from my citizens back in Largion. They arrived only this morning. As you might imagine, I've grown rather worried for their well-being since departing the city. And before I found opportunity to ask of their fortune myself, they began to send me missives such as these of their own accord. It's clear they bear a great deal of trust in you, more than almost any other lord I've encountered on my travels. I was always so frantic when I lived amongst them, But the more you hasten, the less you truly see of your surroundings. Who was my effort truly for? Or where was I racing all that time? Such anxieties often plagued my mind. Now, to know they think of me frequently enough to send me letters, I must admit I feel at great peace. I'm pleased to know that, no matter what may come in the days ahead, we shall rid our land of Zenoira, my prince, and restore Fetheth to its natural harmony, both for my people, all who reside in this beloved continent of ours. Indeed we shall. One day you will return to them, Jerome, and just imagine the joy on their faces when you do. Such thoughts are small comfort for now. Thank you, my prince. Alright, I don't think there's any more I can distance. I want to check something at the forts. I don't think I have anyone else that can promote. Oh, I might as well spend my last rapport, my honors on these guys.
It appears I've still room to grow.
Diligence pays dividends.
What's a Doom Knight look like? Ooh.
I mustn't grow complacent.
Okay, wait, that's badass. And fine, we'll give some to Patrice. No, I won't. He doesn't need the promotion. He'll just stress him out. Alright, Elaine and Yosef. Oh, there's quite a few here. Oh, here's Elaine and Ridiel. Why stationed here anyways? Are you ready to go now, Ridiel? I am. Sorry for making you come all the way to my house with me. How quickly everything's happened, I never really had the chance to say goodbye. And look, I have a little something to remember my mom by. A marvelous painting, Ridiel. That's her back when she was first joining up with the Knights of Elheim. Apparently she got a commission for next to nothing. You could hardly tell from looking at it, especially the manner her sword gleams in the sunlight. Really something, isn't it? I always used to love it as a kid. Spent hours upon hours staring at it, hanging there on the wall. Not that I ever dreamt of becoming a knight myself. Looking back on it now, I think it was all some kind of childish wonder. Admiration for a world I knew nothing about. Once I got older and started seeing for myself the kind of prejudice that half-elves like me face, I realized just how impossible reality this old thing depicted. Sorry, Ridiel. And after that, it was painful enough even looking at it, so I shoved it in the closet and tried to forget it instead. Kept it in there even after my mom died. Every once in a while I'd dig it up, and wonder what she'd think if she knew how I felt. Nothing else, I'm certain she would be happy to see you staring at it again, just as you did when you were a child. I can only imagine how proud it would make her. Know you've inherited her bitter struggle against Zenoira. I'll win it too, in her memory. Ridiel is the most exist character in the game. There's a lot of reports available. Let me get some water first. Ugh. Oh! I'm really bad at like drinking water at like a moderate pace throughout the day. It's one thing I need to work on. I find myself just drinking a shit ton at night. It really isn't the best. Also, can I just say, it's so fucking cold lately. Like, I'm glad we're finally in winter, because now it means the days will start to get longer. But now it's just cold and dark and bitter and sad. Like, it has been freezing lately. Ooh. The only people who like winter... There's two types of people who like winter. 3, I guess. 4 if you count children, but eh. There's people who have horrible pollen allergies like GC, so they love winter so they can breathe normally. 2, people who don't have to pay the damn electric bill to turn on the heat. 3, children who like snow, which makes sense. Because it's only children. Children like snow, adults don't like snow. The moment you get older, you realize snow sucks. And the 4th kind of person are fucking weirdos who enjoy the holidays. Because they also don't have to pay for things. Or if they do, they're idiots who will go into debt. Elaine and Joseph. I'm in trouble sleeping, Joseph. Ah, good evening, Your Highness. I was merely recalling the last time I set foot in these lands, on a voyage of duty at Queen Elenia's side. What reason do you and my mother have for visiting Elheim? You wouldn't mind sharing the tale with me, that is. It must have been 20 years past by now. We had received word that a pack of Bestrels were seen crossing into the border in southern Cornea. Evidently, they hailed from this very region. Yet at the time, passage to and from Nestorius to our north, altogether barred. Hey, Nova. As you can surely imagine, you and Cornea had ever laid eyes on a Bestrel before that day. How did they arrive in Elheim exactly? And for what purpose were they advancing into our territory? That was what we hoped to learn ourselves, and sent Lord of the region, Raymond, to capture the errant Bestrels. Elf sorcerer who betrayed our nation. Shortly after, an envoy of soldiers crossed the border from Elheim, and demanded we hand over any Bestrels we were able to capture. Of course, to alert them to the presence of any further we discovered. Raymond reacted rather severely upon hearing this. He claimed it not but pretext for the elven nation to invade our own. I can hardly think of a single reason why they want to do such a thing. From what I understand, the bounties of Elheim are equally as rich as those of Cornea, if not more so. And they have little economic hardship due to their lengthened lifespans and slower population growth. Right you are, Your Highness. Queen Elenia argued those very points herself. There can be no discounting the inordinate fear which people have for the unknown. This particular region of Elheim is home to a great many half-elves, while pure-blooded tend to be few and far between. In other words, a place of refuge even for the undesirable parts of elven society. Yet rather than sympathize with the plight of the downtrodden, Cornea was rampant with baseless rumors and slander. Chief among them claimed that the elves had employed a wicked magic to transform humans into bestial, well, not that much of a rumor as we learned, Joseph. Warriors who they kept hidden in this territory, with the intent of launching an eventual attack. The Raymond. Sensing the danger and spiteful sentiments, Queen Elenia requested an audience with the Den Toranos of Elheim. Thus, it was decided they would meet here, in a province known for its relative independence, and that I was to accompany Her Majesty in a vital role as her personal guard. Were you able to reach a resolution? In the end, yes. Both nations agreed to only patrol their respective sides of the border in search of Bestrels. Those Bestrels would then be delivered safely back to Nestorius, as stated in terms negotiated with their king. Upon the fulfillment of that agreement, that this cautionary tale met its conclusion. I hadn't realized these lands held such history. Her Majesty's political sense was truly a joy to witness, while all who doubted her could only look on in stunned silence. I have every faith that such skill lives on within you as well. I pray you're right, and thank you, Joseph, for sharing this story with me. I'm honestly wondering if I'm going to even have time to do, like, the chapter for tonight. I feel like I'm not. I want to spend so much time on Rapports. Elaine and Aramis. If I may, Aramis, what do you intend to do once the war reaches its conclusion? What more can a wanderer hope to do than continue to walk the wanderer's path? Even once the fighting has ended, there shall be towns in need of aid, innocent people who seek to begin their lives anew. Indeed there shall. It's a rather interesting question. You speak as though you're certain we'll be victorious. Certain may not be the correct word, though I assure you I don't plan to let Sonoira defeat us. All the same, what you say is true. Peace is but a single thing among many which Fevrith needs, and more than anything else, I wish to bring joy back to the heart of the nation. Even should we claim victory in this conquest, much work shall remain to be done. I had only meant to tease, you know. The more we speak, the more confident I become in your claim to the throne. I only ask that you focus on the task at hand for now, rather than trouble yourself with what comes after. Even if we never triumph to begin with, such worry shall prove utterly meaningless in the end. And I'll not see you suffer as I had all those years. Agonizing over your future, you mean? Precisely so. Had my father's aim come to fruition, the world as we know it would be quite different indeed. As a young boy, when I was a young boy, fearlessly gazing in the future rather than coming to terms with the reality before me, I dreamt of ascending the throne, one day reshaping Drakenhold into the nation my father wished it could be. Yet when Zenoira struck, such dreams only served to cloud my vision, and the man known as Ludwig perished in the ensuing battle. In truth, Elaine, I scarcely even deserve to stand in your presence. The aims my father pursued were none other than the conquest of your homeland, to seize the disgraced Cornea as our own, thus prevailing in the centuries-long feud between our kingdoms. Aramis, I assume you only asked what I plan to do out of some misguided concern for my well-being. Yet I demand you save such kindness for those who deserve it more than I. Listen to me, Aramis. What is it? Think of what you told me just now. How you wish that I had not suffered the same mistakes as you. Such advice was not spoken from one royal family to another. Out of the compassion you bear for me as a friend, I care for you just as deeply as those I hold dearest, Aramis. I must admit, I worry for you as well. Well then, not a soul in the world could remain callous in the face of such words. It appears you've outdone me again, Elaine, and thank you. I shall surely continue to rely on you from here on forth. Pray, do not hesitate to do the same. I won't. I mean, okay, snow when it's not on the streets is nice to look at, sure. But it's gotta be on the streets first for a bit. Adel and Yana. Okay, this is random. What's the matter, boy? Can't sleep? Ah, Yana! Apologies if I woke you. You didn't. I was just about to turn in for the night when I saw you leaving your tent. Let me guess, the rush of our battle earlier is keeping you awake? It's a common problem among younger knights. You have the short of it. While I know I'll suffer this unease for tomorrow, here I stand all the same. The human mind can be a cruel thing sometimes. Here, drink this. It's a concoction of mine that can quell your worries and lull you to a peaceful sleep. Though I expect you'll find it bitter indeed. It's quite the honor, and one I'd be a fool to decline. Ah, I can only but imagine the slumber such a potion might bring. Now let's see here. It blacks out. Didn't like it, Don't worry, everyone spits out their first dose. That's why I always carry a spare bottle. Go on, try again. Must I? No, I can't let her kindness go unrequited. Summon your courage, Adel. Prove your worth as a gallant knight of Cornea. I've never seen someone evoke chivalry to stomach one of my medicines. Maybe I should put some effort into the flavor. Damn it, Yana. I think that's all of those. A lot of final ones we need to wrap up. Here, let me just get rid of these ones because I don't care about him at all. Oh, there's so many I have to do with him. This one's Bruno and Bryce. Okay. How's the cargo looking there, Bruno? There's a lot for just one guy. Here, let me give you a hand. Nah, I'm good. I can carry this stuff and still have room left for dreaming. A room in my sleeve and still have room for dreaming. Baby, it'll take you all day if you do it alone. Now let me. I said no! This here's my job, and damn it, I'm gonna do it! Look, you can still do most of it. I'm just helping, okay? Ugh, fine, if you're not gonna listen. I have to work so fast you can't even lay a finger on him. A race, is it? Not a bad idea. Damn it all, why's the bastard so sad on helping me? Lane said I get a triple serving at dinner for this. Now some rat keeps cutting into my earnings. One box left, huh? Hands off, it's mine! Oh, quit your complaining. Why don't we just carry it together? Like hell that's gonna happen. Done taking your help. Come on, Bruno, what are our friends for if we don't come running for stuff like this? So tired. Can't believe we managed to move all that before noon. That wasn't really a wee operation. It was carried 3 times as much as I did. What's happened to all our cargo, Bruno? Surely you can't be done already, can you? Man was like, I want food. Scarlet? Oh, it's here. Something funny, my lady. Oh no, just happy to have you back at my side, Sonatio. It's quite a difference from the way you used to walk behind me when you first joined our army. Yeah, blah blah blah, that's gonna look like a poor newborn duckling blindly following its mother. Well, that's a rude way to put it. I can't say I enjoyed being likened to a juvenile fowl, but pleased to note that his acerbic wit can no longer harm me. Is that what this is all about? You're only here next to me because you don't want Lex teasing you? No, And what's the reason? Lady, would you consider us friends, would you not? So I only hope to behave in a manner that might bring you joy rather than solitude. Wait a moment, I see what you're doing here. Please, go on. You simply mean to mock me just as Lex did. Perhaps I should go on ahead if that's what you want. Sorry, Sonatio, I didn't mean it, and I won't do it again. I promise. Huh? Forgive me, my lady. I simply couldn't help but partake a jest of my own. You what? I thought you were really upset with me. And all went precisely to plan. Good to see you smile again, Sonatio. I merely pray I can be the very friend you remember me as. Okay. I don't care about that guy still. Yeah, some of these are long, while some of these will be, like, short, but I don't know if I'll finish all these today, realistically. Okay, Elaine and Berenice. So, what do you think? In all honesty, it feels rather different than what I'm used to. No surprise, a big sword like this is a whole nother beast. If you've never trained with one, you'll be all worn out after just a swing or two. As I've noticed, yes. Hey, something a bit of practice can't solve. Perhaps so. Yet, I believe I'll be better off persisting with my current blade. Well, as long as you got something you're happy with. Better to be a specialist than try to spread yourself too thin. My thinking exactly. Though at times I've wondered if I should learn a variety of weapons to adapt to any situation we might come across. It's no small thing being that versatile. But if you're a real expert, you don't need to adapt, to overcome. By an expert, do you happen to be speaking of yourself? Sorry? Clive has noted your talent for that very phenomenon, Berenice. Confidence with which you cut down mounted opponents despite your inherent difficulties against them. I've witnessed it often as well, and I must admit, the skill you bear with that blade has you turn even the most dire of situations in your favor. It's true, that's what she does. Easy there, Elaine. I didn't say all that just to fish for compliments. Any more of that and I might start blushing. My point is, don't worry about how many weapons you can use. Focus on one and see where it takes you. I'll do just that then. Thank you, Berenice. Anytime. Now, come on, we got training to get back to. And let me see if I can bang out any more just like first convos. Like Adel. He's just best leader any of us could have ever asked for. It's quite enough eulogizing for one evening, Adel. Perhaps you should consider laying off the ale as well. But you agree with me, don't you? You've gotta. I mean, imagine being younger than us and leading a whole army by yourself. Might sound kind of weird to say, but I'm proud of him, you know? A guy like him's gonna be a great king, I'm sure of it. Down with Zenoira! Long live the amazing King Elaine! You know, please, there can be no telling what enemy soldiers might lie within earshot. Oh, the fine evening we're having, is it not? Your Highness! What are you doing here? Now this was worth coming to town for. A word, Adel. Please tell me you didn't hear all that. I mean, it seems your penchant for drunken outbursts has finally caught up to you. Forgive me, Your Highness. I'll not touch another drop of ale again, I promise. Calm yourself, Adel. I wasn't planning to scold you. In fact, I'm glad to hear how highly you think of me. If not a bit embarrassed by it. Thank you for saying so, Your Highness. You're lucky he's as generous a man as he is, Adel. Anyone else and you would have been cast off from our army entirely. I like the multi-convos. Also, I'm realizing Adel and I would get along fine as that man is a drunken bastard. Let's get the knights out of the way. Might I request your audience for a moment, Your Highness? That's just weird. But of course, what is it, Miriam? Well, I was merely wondering how you regard my work compared to that of the rest of our army. There's a surprising level of certitude coming from you. You need to assess yourself by the feats of others. Everyone has their own natural strengths, and you are no different. Is there a reason you seek such an answer? Forgive my folly, Your Highness. I know well that our army's only aim in this war is to vanquish Sonoira, and to restore this kingdom to its proper rulers. It is the same conclusion I seek myself as well. But I received a letter from my father this morning, stating the importance of distinguishing my deeds from those of my peers. And I suppose he's purely fixated on what plaudit our house shall receive at the end of this war. Recognition from the crown would prove a boon to any noble family, yes. It's a strange contradiction, is it not? Under normal circumstances, a knight is meant to protect their people. Yet in times of strife, we are judged almost wholly on how many enemies we're able to slaughter. It is a thought I very much despise in sooth, but it is also a necessary one. Should we ever wish to bring peace to these afflicted lands, you needn't dwell on such upsetting notions. What matters now is the work you do is of great benefit to the liberation and myself. And to my eye, you've already achieved the very distinction your father wishes for. I thank you for the generous words, Your Highness. Alright, there's a few going around, so let's find and take care of those. Oh, that one's up there, so never mind. But who's up here? Give me your honors. Ah, bitch. Tatiana and Mandarin, okay. No, where could it be? I'm certain I had it with me last night, meaning I must have dropped it this morning, or that it was stolen from me. Hey, you okay over there? Leave me be. I was in a bad enough mood already without a foul bandit asking after my well-being. Let me guess. You got something swiped off you? If so, keeping an ex-thief around is probably your best bet at swiping it back. And why would you help me? We barely know each other. You must have an ulterior motive. But what it is? Already found our first Tatiana typo. Healing, or maybe some sort of medicine. But what it is? Enough with the damned questions. It seemed you needed a hand with something, so here I am. Now come on, what are you looking to get back? One of the only 6 possessions I have to remember Lord Ghislaine by. Mind telling me what it looks like? I was a fool to ever ask for your help. I wouldn't go that far. Searching's always quicker than when you got an extra pair of eyes. Still can't believe we found it in your pillow, though. Laugh at me one more time, and I'll personally make sure you never laugh again. Feels scary. Anyway, I better get out of here. Don't go losing it again, yeah? All that, and he didn't even ask for a reward. Not what I'd expect from an ex-bandit. Shows Tatiana's a bitch and Mandarin's honorable. Alright, guess I can run around up here. Okay, because whose rapport is this? Wait, no, I gotta, like... Give me honors. One more. Elaine and Obens is here. Interesting. Gorgeous vista this is. I had no idea scenery like this existed within Cornea's borders. One of the most peaceful spots I can think of. Oben, this place is swarming with enemies even after the war. What the fuck are you on about? I mean, sure, we got plenty of ruins back home, too. Nothing beats this, if you ask me. Interesting you say that. me, both our lands have their own unique charm. Hope you don't mind me telling you this, Elaine. I used to dream of the stuff we're doing now. Traveling the world, finding out whatever it's got to offer. Spent years hoping to join a crew and get out of that desert. And once I finally found it, that's when Zenoira showed up. Took the damn dream right out of my hands. What the fuck was that outside? Until I started working as a merc here in Cordia. I even saw grass for the first time. Her peaceful lake shimmering in the sun. Wish everyone back home could know this feeling. It's a noble wish indeed, Oben. Do you think so? Then it's settled. I'm gonna make this world a place where folks are free to travel anywhere they want. No matter if they're an orphan from the desert or some lonely bestial living up in the tundra. No chance of doing it alone, though. And we don't know when this war is gonna be over either, but let me help you, Oben. You, huh? I'm not sure how I feel about asking favors from a prince. Perhaps you would consider asking one from a friend instead. Anyone is capable of achieving such a dream, it's you. Think of the joy our people will know once you have. No arguing with that. Well then, what are we waiting for? We've got ourselves a war to win. And win it we shall, both of us together. I just find the locations awkward. Well, Chris, I'm glad you're enjoying that. Let's try, bitch. Let's try, bitch. Oh. Weave Nation. It is wild. There's so many first rapports. Ugh. I'm gonna be so bored after all this. Why does he have so many with Dinah? Like, there's actually too many rapports I gotta go through. Elaine and Ramona, okay. Ah, Elaine, you're up early. Indeed I am, but I must ask, what is it you're doing out here? Preparing breakfast, of course. I thought to welcome back the evening's patrol with a hearty meal fit for even the most weary of Thestrals. You must care deeply for your brother if you're willing to put in such effort for them. I do, and the diverse bloodlines of Bastorius are all but branches on one large family tree of elves. Enough about that, perhaps you'd like to try a bowl? I hope you enjoy. It's my own personal recipe, honed and heightened through years of steady refinement. It looks wonderful, Ramona, and what is it exactly? A humble fish stew, comprising thick cuts of salmon in a soup made from only the freshest milk in the— Ooh! It sounds horrible, but it's a very specific Latin American dish that you have to do right. Not the fight itself is easy AF, but the way it goes about it, interesting. Just about every family does it their own way. This particular technique is mine alone. And what a delicious stew it is. Rich in flavor, yet gentle on the palate as well. Glad it's to your liking. Everything alright, Ramona? As I'm sure you know, Elaine, Bastorius has historically limited relations with other lands of Febrith. For better or for worse, the majority of Bestrels are wholly indifferent to the outside world. We would much rather focus on our own affairs than concern ourselves with those of others. I've begun to realize something traveling the lands as we have of late. Just as the manifold Bestral bloodlines strive to help one another, so too should the disparate nations of Febrith. I very much agree. As for this future you struggled so valiantly to achieve, you picture Bestrals to be a part of it. I do. Although we have still much to learn of each other's customs and cultures. I'm confident that conversations such as these will engender a world all races will live in harmony. What a pure, noble soul you are. I'm grateful to know the ideologies of tomorrow rest firmly in your hands today, and I pray for your success in making the future you believe in an eventual reality. I have no doubt we shall do so together, Ramona. Now come, eat your stew before the frigid air steals all its warmth. Guess you're gonna have to explain before I Google this whole shit myself and spoil everything. There was one over here? Elaine and Dinah's okay. I didn't think it'd be this cold tonight. Thank you both for keeping patrol this evening. I'm certain it was... Watch out! Unify! Bastard. Damn, that couldn't pick up his scent in all this snow. Are the two of you alright? I think so. Looks like Unify just fainted for a sec. You're bleeding pretty badly there. Don't worry about me. To get Unify back to camp. The healer look at you as well. Everything okay? Oh, it would seem. You'll be awake again any moment now. And I'm relieved that you weren't hurt either, Dino. I've also spoken to Joseph about fortifying our perimeter, at least for the time being. That's not what I'm asking about. I want to know how you're doing, Elaine. Much better now. Healer saw to that rather quickly, actually. I shall gladly bear any wound to keep both of you safe, as I said I would. Maybe you should reconsider. I would have been just fine without you getting yourself hurt for me. All the same, Dino. I made you a promise and I fully intend to keep it, no matter the cost. I knew you were still hurt. Now go back to your tent and get some sleep, Elaine. In order. Okay. Elaine and O'Cleese comes back here. Interesting. Ah, hello there, O'Cleese. Feels as though I've been seeing much of you lately, even outside of battle. It seems your feelings are playing tricks on you. At any rate, you needn't mind me. I'm just looking out for something is all. What is it you're after exactly? The search will go twice as fast if we work together. I'm not here to answer your questions, Elaine. I'll stay out of my way and I'll stay out of yours. Very well, if that's what you wish. Why do you insist on following me, O'Cleese? What was I meant to do? Leave you in a forest to fend for yourselves? Fend for yourself? You told me before that you trusted in my skill as a warrior. It appears that was hardly more than a cruel lie. You know you think me too helpless to even leave the camp alone. That's not true! You bear great strength, Elaine. Great enough to overcome almost any challenge that arrives before you. Yet our enemy is a deceptive one. You will stop at nothing to see you slain, don't you understand? Why do you laugh? Unless... Give me, O'Cleese. Only so I did in order to gauge your reaction. This is all a carefully laid trap, and I just walked straight into it. Indeed. Though that's perhaps not how I would choose to phrase the matter. In any case, I'm finally starting to understand you a little better, and thank you for always worrying about me. The enemy be damned! There's only one deceptive fool in this forest, and he stands directly before me. I'm sorry, O'Cleese, I meant no harm. I beg of you, lay down your blade. You have to try harder than that if you wish to escape my wrath. I'll make you rue the day you ever dared cross me. Then down here, Monica and Ramona. You heard the rumors, Ramona. They say a local witch is selling handcrafted love potions in that town over there. Oh, I hadn't realized you take interest in such frivolous topics. It's not the effect which draws my gaze. If anything, I fear this potion conceals a tonic with a more wicked purpose than we're led to believe. I suppose it's possible, yes. Guess we should take a moment to investigate, I would very much appreciate that. All in all, it seems to be little more than cheap liquor distilled with a few harmless ingredients. As such, it elicits a sense of elation and peace with the world. It does not, however, produce feelings of love for another. It is merely the alcohol making people believe it does. And I suppose, in a sense, love is its own intoxication of sorts, predicated upon a blind faith in someone beyond yourself. If the potion truly yields such fierce emotions, perhaps it's not as deceitful as I first thought. You speak from experience, Monica. I've known the allure of love on 1 or 2 occasions, yes. Though I can't say it ever came from a drink in my case. And what if the potion did as it claimed? Would you have used it? Never. A vow of love spoken through unsober words would always ring hollow compared to one from the heart. Perhaps so. Genuine affection must come from a place of mutual understanding, not heightened moods and garish tinctures. Well said, Ramona. Damn, she said she was in love with Clive. Clive, don't fumble the baddie. Alright, Scarlet and Fidocchio. Let's just see this one. There's quite a few here. Like Etelin and Humorous instead. Humorous, was it? I hear you've quite a breadth of knowledge regarding flowers and their many varieties. I do, yes. Before she passed, my mother taught me everything she knew of the blossoms she loved so dearly. Forgive my indelicacy in the matter. Though in truth, I bear a similar memory. My nursemaid spent many of her days tending to our palace's flower gardens. She was also one responsible for training me to become Torenos. From dawn until dusk, she would instruct me in all manner of prayers and rituals, never allowing me to leave the castle walls. All the while, Rosalinda could wander the forest as she pleased, without so much as a reprimand. In an act of clandestine defiance, I began to cultivate a garden of my own in the basement. Away from the sun, but how? Mushrooms, of course. You know they continue to grow even absent in the sun's light? Graced as I was by Arvelda's blessing, the room soon filled with fungi of nigh every shape and color. They grew so tall I feared that they may burst through the ceiling. Their roots covered the floor like a soft, earthy carpet, while brilliant spores danced through the air in much the same way fairies do. Brought to my mind seems from the greatest fictions I have ever read. It's closer to a horror story to me. Yet nothing lasts forever. One day my nursemaid discovered the garden I had worked so hard to keep from her. But instead of scolding me, she went about burning the entire grove to ash. It was the most terrible sight I had ever witnessed. What the fuck? I can't say I altogether... Humorous? What the fuck is wrong with you? I was heartbroken, as you might expect, and while it may have been little more than an attempt to calm my tears, it granted me a small corner of her garden, to do with as I pleased. Thus, I decided to grow an herb, a lively mint plant. Mint, but left unchecked, consumes everything in its path, yes. In the end, it choked the very life from my nursemaid's beloved flowers. How could you do such a thing? Nothing quite like a bit of horticulture, Damn, she wanted revenge. Sorry to hear all that. The truth is, I'm the one who told our nursemaid about the mushrooms. Rosalinda, what the fuck? But maybe it'd be best if we keep that from Etelinda, yes? She's like, what the fuck did I just witness? Rosalinda, what the fuck? What the fuck? Be the goat. Alright, we also have Fidocchio and Scarlet, which is the one I wanted to originally. That one's crazy, though. Although, her having a mushroom garden makes her based. You hear that, Lord Fidocchio? The abbey there must be holding services. I'd recognize those hymns anywhere. As would I, yes. During my rule of Pestin, my citizens would often flock to church in order to raise their voices in beautiful song. But the guiltless echoes of their chants felt more akin to a curse in my ear. Despite the atrocities they inflicted upon my family, they sought one of their own amidst their father's embrace. Still, I knew salvation was far beyond them, no matter how fervently they reached toward the heavens. Just as it was for me, God alone mocked me day in and day out. And now to hear those hymns once more, freed as I am from my mournful past, feels as though fate itself mocks me as well.
Come then, let's head back to camp. Lord Fidocchio?
I refused to avert my gaze any longer. For years, I chained myself to a city which had wronged me, a tragedy, pain of which I struggled to overcome. Until you and the prince arrived to open my eyes to the truth. It is only now I realize, casting aside my faith, shall ever deny me the progress I so desperately seek. Thus I pray that none shall ever have to suffer the wretched sorrow I have.
Then let me join you. I have some words I'd like to offer to the Father myself, both for you and for your son.
Have my thanks, Lady Scarlet. Aight. It's Fran and Humorous says, okay.
Ugh. No matter how long it's been, I will never get used to that accursed tent. Is that you, Fran? Oh, Humorous, you having trouble sleeping as well? No, actually, I was enjoying quite a relaxing rest until I heard someone rustling around outside of camp. I'm sorry for waking you. Not a problem. I need some help falling asleep. I may have just the thing. Beautiful incense. Are you sure you're willing to give it away so easily? I would do that and more if it meant helping you get a good night's sleep. Go on. Try it, please. Thank you, Humorous. Morning, Fran. How did you sleep? Wonderfully, thanks to you. The incense works great. Maybe too great, actually. I had the entire tent nodding off within minutes, even those who wanted to stay awake. Turns out Miriam wasn't too happy about being denied her reading time. Apologies, it seems I've only added to your worries. Oh, not at all, I appreciate it, Humorous. Even if Miriam might not. Lamau. Yo, if there was an incense that worked like melatonin, I would use that shit easily. Make our room smell nice and have that good hitting me? Hell yeah. This bastard. His Holiness had long since risen to the heavens. Our Senatio was simply deceiving us. Yes, and while the Orthodoxy claimed to be neutral in the war, the pitiful man was at Zenoira's every beck and call. Do you think he planned to install himself as the next Pontifex? Our Senatio would do no such thing. And yet this is what Scarlet does when you marry her. He speaks true. Such was never my intent. Given the breadth of sins I committed, I'll not blame you for believing otherwise. Other I. Nevertheless, I live on a sort of atonement, blah blah blah, the ceremony sort of sacred trial, blah 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 blah, I'm a sinner, blah blah blah. If he could bring His Holiness back to us, I'd have no end to my words for you. Come, let's not waste any time with this traitor any longer. Memory serves correct. You must be Lady Scarlet's woman leading your way to you, yes? I am, has been some time indeed, Father. You needn't defend me as though I was still your pastor. You, too, are a victim of my inaction. After all, I've heard you were severely wounded in the resistance effort our church did nothing to support. And should you, too, wish to criticize me, I have no cause to dissent. You asked me to speak ill of you just as they did. Could never be so. How could you be so heartless? But, lady, I've heard much of your misdeeds. The regret you bear for what you've done. At the heart of your every action was a deep and immutable love for the Orthodoxy and her adherents. You don't want to run, but confront your deeds. I can never bring myself to condemn such strength of will. Forgive me, I didn't indeed dishonor you, blah, blah, blah. Pay me no mind, Father. All I hope is that you can find peace within yourself. I'm not certain I deserve such kindness, blah, 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 blah. There we are. Prim and Aramis, okay. Why is this up here? Oh. Moment of your time, Prim. I believe I've come up with an adequate reward for you. Does it have something to do with all these soldiers? Indeed it does. Members of our army who have found themselves on the receiving end of your magic. If you would, everyone. Lady Prim, we're forever grateful for your healing. The music? Hooray for Lady Prim! Long live Lady Prim! She's like, Well, what did you think? I have to say, it almost felt like royalty for a second there. It's just the kind of surprise I'd expect from someone like you, Sir Aramis. It seems you didn't enjoy it then. It's not what I meant. It was just quite a new experience for me. Still, I'm not sure I could handle a parade in my honor every time I won a reward. Yes, I suppose it wasn't the most practical of ideas. Practical aside, though, I did enjoy being applauded like that. It reminds me of when I was young. Actually, my sister always used to tell me when I'd done a good job, usually accompanied by a nice long hug. Interesting. In that case, I have no choice but to do the same. Haha, swoop your way in there. Are you sure, Sir Aramis? I am. You need to let me know each time you accomplish something noteworthy. Only then will I be able to tell you what fine work you've done. This is getting to be a bit more effort than I bargained for. But before I forget, you only emerged victorious in yesterday's battle, thanks to your magic. Perform admirably indeed, Prim. How glad am I to have freed such a gorgeous blossom from her Drakenhold jail cell those many days ago. Thank you, Aramis. I'm not sure my heart could handle receiving a award like this with every new achievement. Called her a cheer fraud, and now he just said, I'm bagging this girly. Listen, you can't tell me otherwise. Army saying ain't hit that. Jerome and Adel. Okay, very random one. Listen, Gilbert and his brother both got action. I do hope they turned out alright. I thought I smelled something good. Make these pies yourself, Sir Jerome? I did, and I plan to bring them over to camp for others. Now I find myself racked with doubt at the pivotal moment. But what use does an army have for mere confections? Plenty, I'd say. You wouldn't know it, but a lot of our friends have quite the sweet tooth. Good news, everyone! Sir Jerome has... Silence, I beg of you! Truth, I have more than one matter which concerns me. Oh? In order to safeguard my people, I pledged my lands and my life to Zenar's cause. The rest of the army has no qualms in eating food made by one such as I. Go on. But would display an utter lack of foresight on their part. Who knows what vile trick I could be plotting? Sounds like to me you're overthinking this. Am I now? But if you're really that worried about it, you could always just eat one in front of them. That way they'll see you're not up to anything nefarious. Yes, but how should I go about it? Imagine your stoic new recruit ambles in offering handmade pies. He used to devour one himself without another word. And swearing they're not poisoned will only make matters worse. You have a point there. Really, I think it all comes down to finding the right moment. An afternoon break would be your safest bet, of course. Everyone's always clamoring for a good dessert, and their noses would lead them straight to you. Then I shall do just that. In truth, it's been quite a while since I've spoken through my concerns like this. Usually I'll let them consume me whole. I was fortunate indeed to have encountered you when I did. Thank you, Adel. Glad to help. In fact, I'll let everyone know about those pies right now. They'll be happy to hear you poured your heart into a little gesture for them. I would rather you didn't actually. The embarrassment would kill me where I stand. I need to nip this thing. Jeez, it's single-digit degrees here now. Oh, here's where Elaine and Jerome finish off. You really do worry too much, Lord Jerome. Perhaps so, but I'd simply had to return after receiving those letters from our people, even if for a moment. That's why you came back? Maybe my fears are all for nothing. Oh, affairs of the city, Jerome. Quite well, in large part thanks to you, and the Knights of the Sacred Heart, of course. They've managed to restore a semblance of normalcy to these lands, rather quickly, I'm thankful to say. It's a fine thing to hear. Know how deeply you care for your citizens. I don't know if that's a typo or if that's just awkwardly written. I feel like they're missing a word there. To know how deeply you care for your citizens, maybe? Well, 7 out of 10. Alright. Fair enough. Even with that final boss? Or was it just too piss easy? Yeah, I think this is a typo, where they're just forgetting something. Like, I know how deeply you care for... Yeah, probably. I was gonna say to know. I didn't hear to know how deeply you care for... Yeah, they're definitely... That's another typo. Once Cornea is at last restored, I hope to rule my kingdom in much the same way. Speaking of which, my prince, shouldn't you be off saving the world rather than wasting precious days here in our modest province? It's alright, we've more than enough time to spare. In fact, Prince Elaine was considerate enough to arrange a brief visit after hearing of the missives I received. That really is why you're here. I don't want to bring this up and risk ruining your pride, Lord Jerome, but all this time I thought you had been relieved of your duties with the Liberation. You what? I assure you, Jerome here is one of the most tireless hands we could ever ask for. At times he's been known to present us with a pie or two, as a way of growing closer to his fellow soldiers. Must you mention that, my prince? That sounds just like him, yes. I couldn't tell you how many of his incredible baked goods I've enjoyed myself, how many he's provided for this city. I even saw him giving some souvenirs from your travels to a couple of local kids just now. It's quite enough, thank you. Pleasure we have someone like you amidst our ranks, Jerome. Together we shall defend Zenora and safeguard the home you so hold dear. As was my intention when I agreed to join you. Let us see it through to the very end, my prince. Well then, it appears we should be going now. I'd much prefer not to halt our army's advance farther than I already have. A moment, Lord Jerome. I just want to say, I'm glad you decided to come back to us. And so is everyone else, too. Even in your absence, we've been getting word of all the great deeds you and Deliberation have accomplished. To keep that fire burning strong, to win the peace this world deserves, so strive to do just that. I only pray my presence doesn't hinder their progress. Oh, and one more thing. Try not to bother the prince too much, will you? After all, who knows when he might decide to oust you for real. Oh, yes, I suppose you're right. Be well, my lord. Thank you, Lottie. Now I believe it's time I take my leave. It is cool seeing her come back again. Yeah, people just forget about this motherfucker. Let's give him obviously the remake treatment. Well, Xenogears is in licensing hell. That's why that hasn't gotten a remake. Whereas Dragoon, what did you play it on again? Okay. Okay, honestly, this is where I'm at, chat, mentally. I'm cold. That's my first thought going through. What the fuck? Ooh, Divine Shard. That is just the first thing consuming my every thought right now. But it's also just that we have so many rapports, there's no shot we finish all of these. And I'm just like... we can do a few more, but like, brother, how many do we have left? Like, all of these have some. I'm just like... This is probably a stream I save for like Wednesday, like Christmas or something. Not even Christmas. Probably like next week again. Like, I'm going in full editing mode. There's just so many rapports. Are you alright, Miriam? Why wouldn't I be? I heard you got hurt on patrol and had to be rushed to the healer. Oh, that was really grazed by a stray arrow. Nothing to worry about, I assure you. Thank the Father. In any case, I only have my own recklessness to blame. Such is my punishment for pressing too far into enemy territory. It's funny, you're normally so composed. Then you go and do something rash like this. You need to risk your life for a little scouting, though. That's why I'm here. You're right. Forgive me for worrying you, Fran. All the same, I wish you'd be foremost used to our army. If I fail in tasks as simple as this, how will I ever earn my family the glory my father expects? Is glory truly all he cares about? What about you? Your life, your safety, your happiness? If fame matters to him more than you, he barely has the right to call himself your father. You've said quite enough, Fran. My father demands stem only from the regret that he bears swearing fealty to Zenoira, a matter which he had little choice. Sorry. I'm just worried about you, Miriam. Seeing you hurt like this makes me afraid that one day you might not come back to me. Thank you for saying so. Then I've realized something. Deserting you and our princess and so many others. Hard as I may try, I shall never be a warrior of your innate talent. But before I was born, my father's greatest wish for a son to carry on his legacy, but served me instead. Sired? Maybe it's sired. Which is precisely why I greet every task with the diligence of 100 men. It may not always bring the results I wish for. It's the only thing I have. The one way I'll prove that I deserve to exist at all, both to my father and to myself. Have I ever told you to lighten up, Miriam? I will say, I really admire how serious you are about this stuff. Exactly the kind of influence Keitra and I need. In a way, you're almost like the sister neither of us never had. Glad to hear you say that. Although Keitra claimed to be more of a nagging mother than anything. That's our Keitra, always a charmer. Hey, why are my ears burning? Don't you better be saying anything bad about me. That's funny. That's pretty funny. Alright, so no one reacted to me being tired. And cold. Mostly cold.
Elaine and Selby. Sure, let's do this random ass one. I'm gonna do a few more? Selby, worry not, I'll have you out of there in but a moment. Thank you, my prince. It's a relief to see you unharmed, Selby. But I must ask, how did you come to be trapped beneath all that rubble? Well, you see, one moment I was in the midst of a peaceful investigation, and the next I found myself beset by the spirits of the dead. The same phantom and soldiers we've encountered elsewhere, I presume. That's precisely what I thought at first, but I soon realized they were actually the ghosts of deceased children and house pets. A somber discovery. There's no sigil in the region either, so it wouldn't have been magic which manifested them. Given the household items I came across in my excavations, I only assumed there used to be a settlement there. Anyway, I believe the ghosts were trying to play a prank on me. I accidentally brought the ruins crashing down in the process. They must have been awfully startled by all the noise, as they quickly fled the area, likely after some spectral plane beyond our comprehension. I'm not so certain about that. Before I found you, I heard a young voice calling out to me from this direction. Perhaps it was one of the children urging me to come to your aid. Oh, spirits, you can hear me out there. Know that I am entirely unharmed thanks to you. That I plan to further my research into these lands, in hopes of learning more about the people you once were. I will forever be grateful for what you've done here today. Speaking of research, Selby, perhaps you shouldn't be doing it alone any longer. You may not be so lucky next time. A valid point, yes. And thank you again for digging me out of that rubble. It's nothing at all. I'm merely pleased to know you're safe. Okay. Let me grab something real quick. Finished EGAAC. What the hell is that? I can't even find my damn note. Oh. Okay. I have a few more in me. I do want to just clear these out. Elaine and Osh. Interesting. Oh, the Great Ace Attorney Chronicles. This can't be happening.
Not after I promised His Highness I would earn his praise. It was a simple accident, Sir Osh, and wholly out of your control at that. You can't blame yourself for such things. Besides, the ride itself was practically perfect. Take heart in that, if nothing else. Fools! Your necks aren't the ones on the chopping block here. Sorry, I didn't mean to. Like, fuck this guy. No surprise to think they'd abandoned me. My search for glory yet goes on, both for Mother and for Elaine. Good evening, Osh. Your Highness, what are you doing here? I've come to speak about what transpired between those sorcerers and you. You saw that, did you? Go on then. Scold me however you will. I knew the day would come when you'd cast me from your army. I'm not certain what you mean. Don't lie to me. You must regret ever letting a failure such as I walk among you. No, Not another word. Just go. Abandon me like all the rest. Stop talking and listen for a moment, Osh. I'm only here because I worry for you. You... What? As do your fellow sorcerers, actually. They seem convinced you wouldn't listen, were it coming from them. Right you are, Your Highness. Yours is the sole voice that Oshi has ears for. And don't worry about me, sir. I know you didn't do it on purpose. Though it did leave a fairly unsightly mark. Consider learning the art of fist fighting. Yo, I love how Osh is secretly, like, strong as fuck. Could you imagine? You're quite the pair, those two. Here I was positively racked with guilt, and that's the response? I haven't abandoned you, Osh, nor shall I drive you out of the Liberation's ranks. Where I stand, 'tis plain as day the respect they have for you. Also why they never utter a single word of complaint, no matter how unreasonable your demands may be. That is the mark of a true leader, Osh, one I would be a fool to do away with. Then, you're sure about this, despite all of my failings in being of use? I haven't failed. I find the work you've done with our magic wielders to be a true achievement, in fact. Yet even were it not, the day shall never come that I regret enlisting your service. Thank you, Your Highness. Having said that, I suggest you pay more attention when others are speaking to you. Not only that, but it moves on to the scolding now, have you? Though, perhaps it's only fair I accept it today. Oh, Ace Attorney, okay. Okay, let me just count how many we have. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 19, 20, 22, 23. That's all just Elaine 2. 25, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 35, 36, 37. Okay, that's just Elaine alone. Okay, that's 38, 39, 40, 42, 43, 44, 45. Pretty sure we counted this one. Yep. The dupes. 46, 47, 8, 9, 50. Yeah, there's a lot more we gotta go through. 52. You've already seen these. 53? No, 54. Yeah, we have like another 50 or so to go through. So as you can see, I got one more in me here with the Elaine and Prim. Ah, that soldier needs my help. You mustn't, Prim, it's too dangerous. Even so, I won't abandon him to his fate. Wait! I'm sorry, Elaine. I couldn't just stand and watch that while that poor man lost his life. But I wasn't planning to throw my own away either. I've actually found myself in a similar situation once before, thrust into battle without even a moment's notice. Things seem to work out themselves. Things seem to work themselves out so well. Perhaps so, yet you can't always rely on sheer luck to see you through such fits of danger. Assuming such fortuity is what emboldens you now. You had best forget it ever happened. Would you still say that, knowing the battle I speak of? It was the day we first met, Elaine. Was it now? The midst of combat was the last place I wanted to be, sure as you can imagine. But if I hadn't been there, you never would have found me, nor would I have ever thought to join the Liberation. In my eyes, that fortuity is quite an important memory. And in yours too, I think. So don't even consider telling me to forget it. Not that my past blessings had anything at all to do with today. Even if the world itself was conspiring against me, I still wouldn't have left that soldier to die. Forgive me, please. I only said what I did out of worry for your safety. I understand how you feel as well. I often find instinct takes over in such life or death circumstances. And if you're ever going to charge off like that, I merely ask that you bring me with you. Just couldn't bear to see you alone again. Then you won't have to, Elaine. Next time this happens, I'll make sure you're right there with me every step of the way. I promise you that. Oh. It was merely a dream? Huh? Wait, what? Oh, this? But, Jared, do you want to explain? Jared, do you want to explain? Waking face people complained about character implying romantic feelings for each other even if they were married to someone else. Yeah? No. No, not really. I ignore those people online. Fill into linoleum, that makes sense. Okay, Lady Adel seems funny. Explain while I read this. Your Highness? What is it, Adel? Well, I want to apologize for my actions at the tavern back in Corny. You mean that drunken evening you did nothing but sing my praises? Do indeed. I've already told you I was glad to hear you say such things. Though perhaps you should consider keeping your voice down in the future. I will, Your Highness. But if I may, I truly do believe you'll be one of the finest kings our land has ever seen. Do you now? Forgive me if this comes off as rude, but I would feel the same even if you didn't belong to the royal family. Your leadership and the kindness you show your soldiers come not from days in the castle, they'll spend marching with our army. It doesn't matter if you're the crown prince or just a simple commander. For me, you're everything Cornia could ever hope for in a ruler. I thank you for saying so, Adel. Yet I wonder, where is this outpour of emotion even coming from? It's simple, really. My ale-perfumed words at that tavern were enough to please you. I thought I should restate the sentiment while in full command of my senses. I want you to know how I truly feel. And I want you to be certain it comes from me, not the booze. I'm sorry to interrupt, Adel, but how long do you plan on flattering me for? Are you alright, Your Highness? Your face is as red as mine after a long night of drinking. This game kind of addresses this issue with Elaine and his ring choice. You only get the dream thing if Elaine already has a candidate given a romantic one. Given how the game makes a huge point of the bond between Elaine and whoever the ring made, it needs to be incredibly strong. It would look bad if he still had romantic feelings / implications for other characters. Oh, interesting. So he does want to bone Prim. Interesting.
Interesting. Very interesting indeed. Right, that's other than the Linologos. Other Linologos. It's been some time, Terras. Is there aught I can assist you with? There is, in fact. Might I speak with you for a moment? Of course, please go on. Do you remember when we were children, and I would sneak out of the castle to roam the city with you? It was a time I'll never forget for the rest of my days. In truth, those moments are what gave me the strength to endure the rigors of my training to become Turinos. Tell me, what caused us to grow apart all those years ago? I should think it obvious. A commoner such as I bears no right to associate with one of your royal blood, even if I myself wish for it? I've thought much of this matter over the passing moons, Linologos, and I fail to see how our friendship could ever warrant such a cold and bitter end. I must know, do you regret the time we spent together even now? My only regret is ever having left your side. Recall the day I learned who you truly were. You asked me to join your personal guard without so much as a moment's hesitation. As much as I may have wanted it, I couldn't bring myself to accept the offer. Yet upon hearing that Lorhall had fallen, I wished with every ounce of my being that I had. If only I had been there that horrible day, perhaps those fiends would never even have reached your door. Could that truly be how you feel, Linologos? Then I pray you'll not make the same mistake twice. Allow me to ask you again, would you do me the honor of joining my personal guard? I suppose years too late is better than never at all. I would love nothing more, Terras. Yeah, something that Stardust. Probably something like that. Who's over here? Elaine Keitra. Okay, that's specific. That's taken care of. Now what's next? Adding your equipment, Keitra. Oh, hi, Prince. This is actually Fred and Miriam's stuff I'm fixing up. They've both been feeling kind of sick lately, so I'm just taking care of a few things for them while they get some rest. I'm sure they do the same for me, too. Anyway, I'm hoping it'll all be done by the time they get out of bed next morning. In that case, I'd be glad to lend a hand. You, Prince? I have a problem with that. Everything this army does is for my sake, so it's only fair that I return the favor every now and then. Besides which, the work will go quicker with two of us, will it not? Well, yeah, but you sure you got the time for this? No, I'm sure. Please tell me where to start and it shall be done. Maybe you start by feeding Fran's griffin then? I'm gonna stay here and finish patching up the saddle for now. I'd be glad to. Best of luck in your task, Keitra. I hadn't expected a simple meal to prove so bothersome, and at last the deed is done. Sorry, I should have warned you she was such a big eater. Look at that, just a couple of hours and we're all finished. It was truly you doing most of the work, though. Ben and Miriam are lucky indeed to have a friend as kind and thoughtful as you. You really think so? Guess means we'll just have to help him out again sometime. Okay. I do need a save file. I'll just make this one the new save, 94. Alright, yeah, we have so many more reports to go through. I wanted to stream more this week, but editing and other things got in the way, so... I mean, for the rest of the week, it's just going to be editing. I maybe will stream on Christmas Day. I know my friends don't really do shit on Christmas, or they don't want to. Definitely not the next 2 days, though. Those, I'm just... Nope. Editing. So, yeah. I'm gonna get up out of here for now. I just wanted to make sure I actually did a stream, since I haven't done much, but... Yeah. We gotta figure out what we stream next year. Definitely gonna spend time New Year's Day just being like, what the fuck do we do? I don't know. Either way, Chris is probably gonna hate it, so yeah. That's the downside. But I gotta figure out what we're doing. Alright, I will see you guys then. Let me get up out of here. Peace.